We're back to break down this whole AT&T and Warner Media merger that is going on. They're looking to merge with Discovery and specifically Warner Media, not AT&T as a whole. Warner Media is looking to merge with Discovery. Um, AT&T does not want to be in the entertainment business. They seem to want out of that. It's going to be somewhere in the range of 42 billion is what the rumor is, which is nuts. We're going to talk about the implications of this and really what it could mean. Nick, what were your thoughts? Because this was really low key. It was
Yeah,
only like 48 hours beforehand that I heard like little rumblings about this on the
yeah.
internet. And then it was boom, done. I mean, it's going to take a year to go through and all the parts of the contract and that sort of stuff. But what's your initial
Yeah. I
reaction?
think the reason it like didn't as cause as many ways to say like the Fox buyout was because like I feel like, and I know for me this happened a bit, was like just the language of like, oh, they're only buying out like Warner Media, and it's like, they're not buying out ATT. It's like we're looking, well, with Fox was kind of a big old like we're taking everything. Well, here it's like we're taking specific parts, which is why I feel like not as many people are talking about it, because it just initially could come off as just like an average business deal, even though it's like no, there's a whole reshuffling of parts at hand. And I know, just I've been reading up recently, like there's like there's a second big like shift in leadership at Warner in the past like 2 years. I don't remember when the AT&T thing felt like, was it 2019 or 2018, somewhere around there, right?
Yeah, AT&T was 2016 when they merged with Warner
Okay,
Media.
so I'm off a bit, but like it's still a relatively recent, I feel like, leadership shift yet again. Um, Interesting that, like, just interesting move that I guess I wasn't anticipating and I didn't expect. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm only just like really catching up on it now, just trying to like get through all the specific language. Like, okay, like here's what's happening. Um, I don't know. Again, it's just a really, I didn't expect this move. It's interesting to see like them like the unfolding of like the reasons and the thought process behind it, though.
Yeah, I think one of the important things to note is AT&T is in like 150 billion with a B dollars worth of debt. Um, and for anyone who wants to invest in a company, when you see $150 billion of debt, you're like, that's a little concerning to me. How do you plan on paying that off? This is AT&T's answer. They didn't want to get involved in the streaming wars, which would have required them to spend tens of billions of dollars and put that all in debt on HBO Max and all those streaming services. That wasn't feasible for them. And so they said, we're going to get rid of this. We don't want to be involved in this, and we can't be successful in the entertainment industry if we're not. So it makes sense. I will say, I'm curious how this is going to work out. You know, people who, for example, are big fans of Zack Snyder will be like, well, maybe this will be his chance to get his new vision. Maybe, hopefully so. That would be awesome to see. But I will also warn you guys that there was another merger that happened in 2016. And frankly, that didn't really change things. So I wouldn't expect that, though I would expect a major shift in leadership
Yeah,
going forward,
that's
it gives it a chance, but it's not a guarantee or anything close to
right.
it.
I'm just intrigued to see, like, again, like if there is a shift in leadership, how much will this affect, like, I guess, product output? I don't know, like, does this will they I don't know, will things change with like Max and like how that's being handled, or will that change? Like, I don't expect like a massive like overhaul or anything, but I'm like, for I know like Max, for instance, is like a big X factor since it's still relatively new and it's their horse in the streaming race. So like, do things change with that? How they're handling approaching that? Like, I think that's what I'm like. I think that's the big question mark right now.
Yeah, and I think Discovery is rumored to be wanting to spend like $20 billion. It didn't say over what time period. I assume that's over a couple of years um, on streaming content, which would be a big boost. HBO Max needs that if they want to stay competitive. That'll allow them to bring in some big properties that they own. Look out for Harry Potter. I mean, Zack Snyder's Justice League, frankly, is a candidate. You can, if you're going to have that big of a budget, who says that's a great fandom. You have a great fan base that's a very loyal fan base. And I'm pretty sure everyone would be excited if they got to see Zack Snyder finish out his full vision. And it would be bring a new craze to the streaming service. And they just have a ton of original content, and they need to get back to what they were originally fantastic at, and that's being the number one studio for creators. In
Right.
the past like few years, they've really broken that relationship.
Mhm.
Snyder's one of them, Nolan's another one of them. And then this whole going straight to streaming without telling your the people who frankly make these movies, and it's the mistake that other companies are making. You've heard about the problems with Chapek and Disney,
Yep.
of not putting creators in positions of power and putting the creators first. Because
Mhm.
you can always find more businessmen that can figure stuff out. You can't find those creative people. So they really got to protect that, and that's their path back to being,
Right.
Warner Brothers, the really successful studio that directors want to make films for.
Right.
With that, that wraps up this video. Let us know what you guys think about this merger. Are you excited? What new content do you think could come out of this? Let us know. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. We'll see you next time.
Peace out.